It's in the game.
Go Rams, hotty toddy. EA Sports, it's in the game.
Great to have you with us from Brooks Stadium in Conway, South Carolina. The postseason rolls on with the Myrtle Beach Bowl. It's the BYU Cougars and the Washington Huskies. Reese Davis, Dave Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Checking in with Coach Jed Fish before the game. Coach is using a great motivational tactic in the locker room with his team. He told me this is the best game outside of the playoffs in this postseason. I am challenging our guys to put on a show for our fans. They want to make sure people know we will be in the playoff next year, and that motivation all starts here today with a terrific top 25 matchup. Reese?
All right, Holly. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Got it behind the line. It's Martin.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
Back to throw. It's Bachmeier. Hauls it in. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
Reads it, fires complete. There he goes. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. BYU has this offense clicking. Running inside. It's Martin. Could be an alley. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got it run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
BYU with the 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Lets it fly. And it's caught. Touchdown, BYU. You take advantage of tendencies when you set that opening script, and man, their film study showed up there.
I think the offensive coordinator, it's almost as if he knew what the defense was going to be playing. He knew the personnel. He knew the different looks and coverages and fronts that they were going to see. And that offense, they just chopped up yardage moving down the field to score that opening series.
And it'll come out to the 25. No. At a return. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. He wants to change this route. Wide receiver comes in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Williams. Oh, they're after him. Buried before he could blink.
And And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
They'll give it to Washington. Got a little grass. Knocked down for the tackle.
Well, there weren't a lot of guys in the box defensively on that second and long play, so you see the offensive line, they're able to get downfield, get a hat on a hat, and that helped lead to that successful play.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. Calls his own number. That's a fumble on the play. And he falls on top of his own fumble.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Making side adjustments here. On the move. Crosses the 45. He got enough. Slides and moves the sticks on 4th and short.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. The keeper on the option. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Williams. Pulls it in. It's Clay. Got room at the 35. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Huskies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, this guy's a backup maybe for a reason, because on his first carry of the game, he puts the ball on the ground. If you don't have ball security, your coaching staff doesn't trust you to get it done.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Finds a tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
It just took the quarterback a little too long to find his tight end that time. He's out there by the sideline, wide open. If the quarterback can just get it to him a hair sooner, he's going to have a chance to advance that thing forward, and they're going to get more yards. So,
it's a fumble. Bounced right back to them. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Third down is where the money is made, but they're lucky to be here after that ball was loose. He's looking to pass. They're setting up the screen. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And I think if you're on defense here, you've got to be alert, right? Are they going for it here on 4th down? Does your defense have to be on the field ready for that? Might they line up in a punt formation and try to fake it potentially?
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. We've reached the break. BYU is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And a lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense try to draw people off sides. No, sir. They said, we're going to get this thing. We need 1 yard. We got 1 yard. We worked on it all week. They were successful. Nice aggressiveness early in their own territory.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Oh, man, that defensive back just hurled himself in there like a lightning bolt to get the quarterback.
And you see the speed, the closing speed to run, chase the quarterback, get him on the ground. That's why he plays defensive back. He looks like a pass rusher here, but you can definitely see he can hit that turbo button.
Quarterback's got to get rid of the ball. That sack's on him, not the O-line. 3rd down coming. He uncorks 1 deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the 1st time this afternoon. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
They'll start on the ground with Washington. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Williams. Quickly to the tight end. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. On the move.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Here's Williams to throw. Complete. Turns it on in midfield. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
When quarterbacks learn to take checkdowns, man, they become way more efficient. They become way better. They get way more possessions, and he does a really good job. It's not his primary guy, but he looks down the field. He doesn't force the football, but checks it down to his running back and still makes a big play because it was the right decision.
The Huskies are moving quickly down the field. Sends it back in motion. Williams looking for a man. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Williams. Here's the pressure. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Breaks into the open. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And that just drives you crazy as an offense to get down there, get that 1st and goal, and you got to back up and make it a little harder. They want to run this quarterback. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Williams. Caught in the backfield. It's Washington. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. And the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. Looking to the big tight end. And a big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on third down, forcing the fourth down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on fourth down. He wants it all. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
That just could not have gone any worse for the offense, guys. Not only are you dropping the ball on fourth down, you dropped a touchdown. That should be 6 on the board. You need players to step up and make plays in those types of situations. That's the kind of play that could lose you this game.
They get him on the ground. Boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8. BYU right back to the line. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Cougars come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Phillips. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Finds his man, it's Bachmeier. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Takes the handoff. It's Martin. Powers through the defender. Got enough for the first. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
They'll give it to him again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Timeout taken by BYU at second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Snagged out of the air. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Using his feet to buy time. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
One more snap coming before halftime. Back to the ground game on the left. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run the option. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. So that's going to do it here in the first half.
Oh, the whole ass tight end I just pitched the ball to. I had no idea. This is why we practice. What the fuck?
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll return it. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half, and that's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, and we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing. They're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
And guys, with the empty backfield on second and short, might they take a shot here? Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Motion from the wideout. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get to second and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a third down.
Williams from the gun on third down. Finds his man, and he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Makes a man miss. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Throwing, Williams. Makes the grab. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Williams will pass. Takes the easy completion. Maybe some room here. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Here's a give to Washington. give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Here's Williams to throw. He's got it. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what
These niggas stiff arm without even pressing the button.
catch.
That's sinister worse.
And man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding it, and the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
In the red area, it's Washington. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. They put together an 81-yard drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. Makes the grab and room to run. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
The run inside. It's Martin. Runs through the tackle.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on that play.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Quarterback keeps it. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Quickly complete. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll try the left side. He breaks a tackle. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Picks up the 1st down. There's a crease. Touchdown, Cougars. With that, they grab the lead here in the 2nd half. There's a reason they call this dude.
Did you see how dirty this nigga armpit thing was, bro? Did you see that? Dog, that's nasty. Hell no.
as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This should be the last play of the quarter. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Williams. Got a man. It's Eldridge. Turning it on. An explosive play to wrap up the third quarter. Oh, they finally got him out of bounds, but not before. He carried some momentum for his team into the fourth quarter. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So first down will open up the final period. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. The offense lining up for a first down play. Williams got his man out of the backfield. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Here we go, ready. 22, shift. Ready, go.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. It's Williams again. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. With the catch, it's Moss. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Moss. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The inside handoff. Stumbled to the ground.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Throwing, Williams. Got his man. Oh, what a cut! Snags it and he's open. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. He's got it on the right. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Gets the back moving. Quarterback Steve trying to power his way ahead for a few. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Looking for the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Huskies. The Huskies back on top. And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
And that's perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. You don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Might have a chance. The 20, the 10.
Bro, go into the end zone. It's fucking lobby ball. What are you doing?
They've got the lead here in the 4th. The Cougars with the immediate response.
Man, and how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
Bringing it back. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Here's Williams to throw. It's complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
In this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
And after that big completion with no timeouts, you need to clock it right now. You need to spike the ball, save some clock, knowing you've got to throw this ball into the end zone, give yourself a chance to win.
Breaks the tackle. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys' athletic abilities, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have ran through that hole. I mean, that was unbelievable job by the offensive line, paving the way. He's getting to the 2nd level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for a long game.
And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Williams. He's got an open man. The offense coughs it up. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. Could not make his way to the corner.